Hello! Thank you all for coming and welcome to Steal the Theater, a new work written by me. I'm the playwright, Rick Bingen, in case you didn't know, and you're just here to see these wonderful people who are going to put on a show and read it out loud and actually give it some life. Directed by Caleb Bingen, and she'll be reading out the stage directions that make a little bit less sense when we're just reading it. I want to thank Sunstone for hosting us here, so we actually have somewhere to put it on. There will be one 10-minute intermission where you can head to the bathroom and refresh yourselves. And then afterwards, we'll be looking to hopefully get some feedback from all of you about what you thought, since this is a new work and it's still in the process of being workshopped, clearly. So anything that you find, or if you like it, there will be some questions that we'll pose to you to really make you think about everything that was wrong, really good about the play. So that will be after the show, and I hope you enjoy.
Steal the Theater. Setting. The action predominantly takes place within a London bar or on the streets outside. And I need a preset glasses. Right? Like this, yeah? Yeah? Act 1, Scene 1. Streets of London. Husband and Olivia enter.
Liv, I think you're gonna like this place.
What is it?
It's a bar called the Gilded Helm.
Another bar?
Yes, but this one sounds really different. It's in this really old building.
So unique.
And supposedly it's a local actor hangout. They serve Shakespearean-themed cocktails, according to the reviews.
So, why is it called the Gilded Helm?
Google suggested this conspiracy theory article about Shakespeare to me a couple days ago. You know how there are people that believe Shakespeare didn't write his plays?
Yes, you told me.
Well, there's this elaborate theory that the name William Shakespeare is the clue that he wasn't the writer of the plays, because in Greek art Athena is often depicted wearing a golden helmet of invisibility and a spear of knowledge, and supposedly she was known as the Spear Shaker. And from her gilded helm, they jumped to the name Wilhelm to William, and then you put those together and you get William Shakespeare. And from the gilded helm, we get a person hiding their identity. And the shaking of the spear is indicative of the pen writing the plays.
That is actually kind of interesting.
Interesting and absolutely ridiculous. People always want there to be a mystery.
That's because mysteries are fun.
Then why don't we go to solve the mystery behind the name of this bar?
All right, let's go.
Liv, it's this way.
I thought you said it was back toward the Thames.
This is back towards the Thames.
I still don't understand how the city is laid out.
Luckily, you have me. Did I ever tell you about the article that I read about how Shakespeare and Company stole the theater?
Yes, you've told me, and as I've told you before, I'm not sure that's actually possible.
Well, the world may never know. I was super surprised that it hadn't been turned into a movie, regardless of whether it's true. I think this is it.
Wow! It looks really authentic.
I told you it was really old. Shit, it's locked. Maybe they're only open at night.
Huh, we'll have to come back next time.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It is just a bar.
Yeah, but London has such amazing history. Think of all the great characters in this city. Imagine the English Renaissance. Marlowe, Johnson, Webster, Queen Elizabeth, Shakespeare, Burbage.
I'm imagining streets covered in excrement, heads on pikes, public executions, religious persecution, and let's not forget about the plague.
Afraid of a little adventure.
Not when I'm with you.
I was hoping that before we left we could enjoy some Renaissance cocktails. Maybe they'd have a Shakespearean old-fashioned for you and a mule for me, Nick Bottom. We'd relax and talk in an old pub surrounded by actors, and I could fully immerse myself in the history and imagine what it would have been like.
You're acting like you're never going to get the chance.
Well, one never knows, right? Our plane could drive off the runway, or I might die of boredom during a work meeting. I can't can't believe it took us this long to visit England.
You do this exact thing every time we're leaving for home. Do you remember Venice?
I know, but this feels different. Don't get me wrong, Venice was lovely, but I was looking at it with Shakespeare-colored glasses, wondering where Shylock may have resided. London is where the man himself lived and wrote. I'd give anything to see the first group of players put on a Shakespeare original. His words being performed for the first time, Richard Burbage exclaiming from the stage, and the rowdy
It
crowds.
sucks this bar is closed, but if we don't find a different one soon, we're gonna have to go to the airport hungry.
Or, hear me out, we don't go to the airport tonight. We change our flight and stay here a few more days, then we can come back here tonight.
We can't. We have to get home. We have to work.
Life is more than just going to work. We're in London. There are more places to see and plays to enjoy. Carpe
We
diem.
can do everything we want next time we're here.
I'll even go to a concert with you if we stay. Just a few more days? Well,
I'm thinking about it.
End scene. Act 1, Scene 2. Old pub. Walls and beams are covered in carved names. The pub has a bar with stools, 2 tables, and a fireplace. Meager Christmas decorations. Above the bar is a beam. The names William, Will, John, Richard, Rebecca, and Liv are carved in this beam with others. Liv should be the largest name and centered. Charlie is behind the bar. Adam and Bill sit around a table.
So that bloody donkey head.
oh, leave it alone already, Adam. You'll get used to it.
I almost broke my bloody neck today.
Because you had a pint before you got to rehearsal.
Yeah, I haven't had time to stop in and visit your wife.
I don't have a wife.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bill. It was your mother. I couldn't tell because I was wearing the bloody donkey head.
You know, I was just going to pin the tail to your costume, but how about I just shove it right up
Gentlemen, you going to pay for those drinks tonight?
Oh, put it on our tab, Charlie.
Ah, which tab exactly? I have your tab from last night, one from last week, and, what's this? One from last month.
Right, we're all starving actors here, Charlie.
Including me.
Yeah, but you're the magical king of the fairies. Conjure some more beer, Oberon. Good Monsieur Mustard Seed, fetch me a beer.
Actually, good bottom, I'll be calling it a night. Gentlemen, take care now. I can stay for one more, I suppose.
What'll you have?
I'll have a mule, if you can make one.
Nick Bottom it is.
Nick Bottom. That's clever.
Thanks.
Do all the drinks have names?
Oh, I tried to name them all, but I'm afraid there are a bit too many. To be safe, you should try not to be too creative with your drink choices.
You've named them yourself?
You can call it a hobby.
So, what's with the names everywhere?
Every actor that's ever set foot in this pub has left their mark somewhere on these walls.
This place is pretty small, so as you can guess, we've been running out of room in the last 100 years or so. Mine's in the far corner over there.
Mine's in the loo next to the urinal.
I've spent countless hours staring at these walls on a slow night. Probably have every name in here memorized.
Wow, that is definitely a mule. Oh, no offense to you. I don't actually like them. I was kind of using it as a, well, anyway, I'm regretting my decision.
Well, no use wasting a good drink.
Sorry.
No problem. Help yourself.
Can I get you anything else?
An old-fashioned
Elizabethan or Jacobean?
whiskey sour?
Elizabethan it is. Open a tab for you.
Put it on my tab, Charlie.
Oh, thanks, but I can find my own drinks. A tab sounds great. My name's Olivia.
Yeah, there's no Olivia in here, but there's Liv. Yeah, here she is. Liv herself must have signed a long time ago to get such prime real estate. Took up a lot of space, too.
Only my husband calls me Liv.
Yeah, first time we've had a Liv in here that I know of.
It's an honor, but please call me Olivia.
So, Olivia, I have to ask, what's a nice, assuming you are a nice lady like you, doing out here on Christmas Eve?
I just flew in today and I haven't seemed to know what to do with myself since I got here. I've just been wandering the streets. Not lost. Okay, kind of lost. I happened across this place. It just seemed like the right place to be. I'm trying to be adventurous.
Sounds like as good a reason for a round of shots as I've ever heard, Charlie.
A round of B&Bs!
All right, but I'm adding it to your tab.
I'm good for it.
So I'm assuming you're actors if you signed your names?
Yes, we're currently working on production of Midsummer.
Oh, you're an actor too?
Oberon.
Oh, so where did you sign your name?
Well, the name Charlie is in quite a few places on these walls, but mine is behind the bar next to the name Mel. I like to pretend that they were the inspiration for Mistress Quickly.
So, what does the B&B stand for?
Benedict and Beatrice.
Technically, it's a Beatrice and Benedict based on the flavors, but I call it B&B for short because the shop doesn't really seem to deserve a long name. It's kind of become a tradition for the troupe.
Sorry, I need to get some air.
She forgot her coat. Jen, did you see someone run outside?
No?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay.
How are you doing tonight, Jennifer?
I'm doing just fine.
You look really nice tonight.
Thanks, Bill, but
She's not interested in you.
you're not my type.
How do you know that? At least give me a shot.
I know.
She knows.
We aren't compatible.
But I couldn't find her. It's like she disappeared.
Who was she? What happened? Didn't pay for her drinks? Adam scared her off? Oh, did Bill try to hit on her?
I did not!
You tried to pay for her drink.
Touche.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. Her name was Olivia. We just had a round of B&Bs. Then she said she needed some air and ran out the door.
I'm sure Olivia will be back.
I hope so. Would you like a drink, Jen?
A beer. And I'm paying.
End scene. Act 1, Scene 3. Immediately after previous scene, Olivia running through the winter streets of London. Modern London atmospheric sounds should change to Shakespearean London atmospheric sounds. Olivia finds herself lost in the cold.
Shit! Where am I? No street lights or signs or anything? God, I'm so stupid. Excuse me, sorry. Can you help me? I seem to have gotten myself completely turned around.
Turn around again.
What did you say? Sorry.
Thus the whirligig of time brings his revenge.
Okay. Do you know where the gilded helm is? I left all my stuff there.
Right.
Would you be able to look it up?
Oh, you couldn't have gotten
Okay. Thanks for the help. Oh, please go away.
Oh! No, I just wanted to...
Villain! Let the woman alone.
If I can use it.
You're better.
Yeah, I'm sure you think so.
You scullion! You Rampallion, you Fustilarian. I'll tickle your catastrophe.
That's a really big sword, mate.
His wit's as thick as a Tewksbury mustard. Away you starveling, you elf skin, you dry mute's tongue, bull's pizzle, you stockfish. Are you alright?
Yes, I think so. Thank you. What were those Shakespearean insults?
Shakespearean? Oh, Will would love to hear that. Richard.
Olivia.
Well, Olivia, you look absolutely freezing. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. I got lost and forgot my coat.
Don't be sorry. It's not your fault. Where do you need to get on this eve of Christmas?
I was at a bar called the Gilded Helm.
I'm afraid I've never heard of it. I was, however, on my way to another tavern very near here. If anyone knows where your gilded helm is, it will be Nell. Oh, of course, I would understand if you want to wait here while I go out.
Oh, no, that's okay. I don't think I'd fare well out here by myself.
Let us not dawdle in the dark and cold, then.
Do you always carry a sword?
End scene. Act 1, Scene 4, Boar's Head, Christmas Eve, 1598. It's the same bar, but the carved names are missing. There is a large fire burning in the hearth. Mistress Quickly is decorating. John Hemminges and wife Rebecca are sitting together. Will Kemp is sitting by himself with his feet on a table.
William Kemp, if you don't get your feet off that table right now,
You'll what?
I'll pour an ale down your trousers, that's what. Get up. Help me move this table, it's Christmas Eve.
Fine, but you will owe me.
Oh, you. You could scrub my chamber pot for the rest of your life and still have money left on your tab.
No,
Yes, dear.
I just wanted to thank you for having me and John here for Christmas Eve. These roasted apples are delicious.
Yes, very good. Thank you.
Not a problem. You all have given me good business and good times over the years. It's the least I could do.
No, the least you could do is get me another pot of ale. Where is everyone?
The celebration may begin.
Bloody finally!
Good to see you, Richard.
Ah, who is this you have with you, Richard? I thought I was the one that was going to get lucky tonight.
This is Olivia. I just met her out in the cold. She's being harassed by that miscreant over by the blacksmith, and she didn't even have a coat. She's looking for a tavern called the Gilded Helm.
Dear, let's get you by the fire to warm up. The Gilded Helm. I don't recall that one. Let me think it though. I'm not as sharp as I used to be.
Nor are you as good in bed as you used to be.
Not in front of Olivia. And Rebecca. I have a reputation to uphold. Olivia would like a roasted apple or a pot of ale while you warm up.
Oh, beer sounds great. Thanks.
So, where are you from, dear?
America. I'm just visiting.
America! I don't think I've ever met an American before. Is that what they're wearing in America now?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
William will want to talk to you about America, I'm sure.
Where is William? Not here.
He probably won't come. He's not much for religious celebrations.
He'll be here. He promised me he was coming. Besides, he's written something. He says it's good.
And if he says it's good,
It's excellent.
I hope it's a bloody comedy. No more of this sad trap.
here you go.
Well, that's different.
They have something better in America.
Oh no, it's just that.
Oh, William!
It had better be a comedy, Will.
Did you get lost?
The pale light of the moon led me true. Just had to check around corners to see if I could catch any bits of inspiration on the way. Rebecca, you are looking especially enchanting tonight.
What about me, William?
Words cannot express.
Hear that, everyone? Even William can't describe my beauty in words.
Will, is it a comedy?
The most charming, humorous, revelry-inducing comedy you will ever...
William! No business on Christmas Eve. We have a new friend we're entertaining, and she's certainly not here for you.
Olivia, this is William Shakespeare.
Olivia? Olivia. Such a full, rich name. Pleased to meet you, Olivia.
You must be a good writer to get such high praise from your friends.
Genius has been known to strike me from time to time.
You even look like him a little bit.
Like who?
Like. I'm sorry, where am I?
The Boar's Head, my dear. Proud establishment serving brawling actors and other such urchins.
If we had anywhere else to go, we'd be there.
Now you know there's nowhere else in the world we'd rather be.
Does your flattery usually get you far with women, Burbage?
Burbage. Richard Burbage?
Are you feeling all right, Olivia? Come, have a seat at the table. Let me introduce you to everyone. William Shakespeare, we've already met, John Hemingers and his wife Rebecca, and of course our dear hostess, Mistress Eleanor Quickly.
And I'm Will Kemp.
And the irrepressible Will Kemp.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I should go. I'm in the wrong place.
What? No, you've only just gotten here and it's late.
It's Christmas Eve.
I'm so sorry. Oh. It can't be. It can't be. They're actors dressing up in character on Christmas Eve. And what if it's a Christmas miracle? What if I died and... No, this isn't heaven. This can't be heaven. Okay. I'm in London, and I witnessed Richard Burbage sword fight. And I met William Shakespeare. I met William Shakespeare, and I left!
I told you she would be back.
I never doubted it.
Sorry, I was a bit overwhelmed, I guess.
No need to apologize.
We've all wanted to run away from Kemp's stench at some point in our lives.
She was running from you, Will, probably because of that ring in your ear.
I like it.
Oh, keep it. Honestly, it will add to your cool factor for future generations.
Cool factor?
Like popularity.
Can you imagine? The earring and not your writing is what makes you popular.
Well, until I read this new comedy, I can believe it. His writing has been a snore recently.
No business talk.
My husband would love to meet all of you.
Where is your husband?
I'm sorry, I should have said would have. My husband passed about a year. Wait, what year is this?
1598.
1598. Well, then he passed about 400 years from now.
Well, we are certainly sad to hear it.
It was very hard for me after my first husband died, but luckily I found John.
What did your husband do for a living?
He was a software engineer.
Oh, an engineer.
Softwares. Like gloves? Will, isn't that what your father did?
He was good at it, but his passion always was for the theater.
Sounds a lot like your father, Richard.
Indeed. My father and your husband sound like they would have been quick friends.
Do you have an interest in the theatre?
No. Well, yes, kind of. My husband passed on to me some of his passion for it, but my primary passion is music.
Music. Do you play an instrument? My John plays the lute.
If you call it playing.
I play well enough, thank you.
I used to play the violin.
Used to.
Well,
Olivia, on the violin. I've always loved the words violin and viola. Letter V is used too infrequently in the English language. Olivia, violin, viola, love. There is a play in there somewhere.
You find a play in everything. I'm so sorry about your husband.
Another ale, maybe?
oh, please.
And one for me.
Only if you paid for this one.
Oh, it's Christmas Eve now.
I'll pay for it now.
Thank you, Burbage. Finally, someone has the Christmas spirit.
You think it wise to be enabling him, Burbage?
He doesn't need any help.
That is certain.
Do you have any children, Olivia?
No. Do you two have kids?
Many. We left the eldest in charge for the night, although they should just all be sleeping.
What do you do, Rebecca?
Oh, well, besides being an actor, John is a grocer. I help run the business and sell concessions at the plays. Or I did when we were performing at the theatre. They have a different arrangement at the curtain.
Fucking Giles Allen.
What's your language, Richard?
Cuthbert and I are meeting with him tomorrow to talk terms.
On Christmas?
He's the one to set up the meeting time, not me.
What do you think our chances are?
How the fuck should I know?
Richard!
More ale.
How about another round for everyone?
I really should be going, actually. Although, I'm not sure how to get back.
I'm sorry, dear. I still don't remember any tavern called the Gilded Helm. Have any of you heard of it?
No?
I'm afraid not.
It's okay. I'll just try to retrace my steps.
I'll go with you.
Thank you.
Let me borrow a jacket from Willie.
What is even happening? There's no way that you're in Shakespeare times. I need to get back to the hotel. How long does it take to get a jacket?
Olivia, I'm so relieved. We've been so worried about you. Where did you run off to?
Charlie? I just came from in there.
In the Gilded Helm. But we've been waiting for you. You didn't come back for the longest time. I was so worried about you out here without your coat. Although I see you found another.
Oh, I have. Yes.
Who are you looking for?
I was waiting for a jacket.
Okay, well, here you go. Can I make you another drink?
But they're just here. Actually, I think I should get going. I'm very tired.
Oh, all right. I really hope you'll come back to see us again.
But you're Shakespeare. They were just here.
Scene end. Act 1, Scene 5. The next day, street outside the Gilded Helm. Olivia and husband enter.
Liv?
I'm thinking about it.
Wait, before we go, can we just take a picture with the bar? Just in case.
Fine. Just in case. To be or not to be? That is the question.
Liv? I mean, Olivia.
Charlie!
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm totally fine. I was checking to see if you were open, and when you weren't, I kind of just waited to see what to do next.
Well, come on. Let's get in out of the cold. Can I make you a drink? I can whip you up something Christmassy if that's your thing.
Oh, thanks. I'll just have some whiskey with one ice cube.
Order like a pro.
Whiskey is my vice. I didn't really think you'd be open on Christmas Day.
Well, the Gilded Helm isn't scheduled to be open today, but I like to be here. I think the history of the place helps me learn my lines.
So what's an actor slash bartender doing by himself on Christmas?
My family's off visiting my sister in Dublin. What about you? What brings you to my doorstep on Christmas Day?
My family will be celebrating back in the States.
So you're here in London alone? On business?
Unfinished business. My husband and I came to London on a trip a little more than a year ago. Well, not just London, it was more like a tour of England, but we had to stop in London and Stratford because my husband loves Shakespeare. Kind of a fanatic, really, but we were only here for a week and a half and we were already regretting everything we couldn't do, so we promised each other that we would be back.
And you're back.
I'm back. I probably should have started with this, but my husband passed away just a few weeks after we returned home.
I'm sorry, I can't imagine.
Not being able to imagine is pretty much what it feels like. Taught me off barkeep. No ice.
Well, I can do anything.
It hasn't gotten any easier. Might even be getting harder. I feel like others expect me to have gotten back to normal by now. but I'm still not right. I mean, we did everything together, you know? He was my other half, and I've been stuck ever since I lost him. I've been unable to do... I imagine him and how much better everything would be doing it with him, and I don't know who I am anymore. Like, I was someone before I met my husband, and then I became someone else when we were together. And now he's gone. I'm not who I was before him, and I'm not who I was when we were together. I can't be. And as hard as I try to figure out who I am now, it comes to nothing. Day after day in the house that we lived in together, trying to keep the same routine and go to work and make dinner, and none of it even matters.
I wish I could help.
You can start by making me another drink. Or better yet, pour some B&Bs.
Coming right up.
The name took me by surprise last night.
Oh, yeah?
Benedict and Beatrice. My husband always said that we were exactly like them, but he liked to see the fun in characters. The first Shakespeare play I ever saw was Much Ado About Nothing. It was actually our first real date.
Much Ado is one of my favorites.
Mine too. Although that doesn't really mean much. I've seen maybe 5 or 6 Shakespeare plays. All comedies, except Romeo and Juliet, which I only saw because I was forced to. Oh, and we saw Macbeth one time we were in London, but he always called it the Scottish play.
So, let me get this straight. Your husband is a Shakespeare fanatic, and you've seen maybe 5 Shakespeare plays in your life. How long were you married?
Just over 5 years.
Okay, so 1 production a year.
It was a bit too much for me. He was always telling me these things he had read or seen about Shakespeare plays, like, did you know some people think that the Earl of such and such wrote Shakespeare plays? And I don't even know what an Earl is. Thanks for listening. It feels good to get this off my chest instead of running out into the streets and getting lost.
Well, the least I can do is listen, Lydia, and throw in a few shots. And frankly, I don't know what an earl is either. So is getting lost a common occurrence for you?
Look, my husband was a navigator. I only work in grid patterns.
I'm still lost as to how you've only seen 5 Shakespeare plays.
I have seen more than 5 productions because I've seen Midsummer 3 times and As You Like It twice.
Well, then that's better.
We had a deal. He wouldn't drag me to Shakespeare plays, and I wouldn't drag him to concerts.
Seems fair.
You know, I thought I had cracked last night. I ran out of here and kept running until I was completely lost, unsurprisingly. And when I stopped, I was no longer, I was in the past. Like, I ran into Richard Burbage, and he brought me here, I guess, but it looked different. And William Shakespeare was there. I know it sounds insane. I'm not even sure where I got this jacket from. In my mind, Richard Burbage gave it to me.
Wow. I've never had anything quite like that happen to me before, but there is an odd kind of magic with this place. At least, I've always thought so. And that's why I bartend here. I imagine the magic of this place seeping me into my bone, making me a better actor.
It really is a cool place. Thank you for letting me take up some of your time.
Oh, thank you.
I am feeling so much better. Better than I have in a long time.
I'm glad to hear it. So, do you have a plan?
Besides drinking away my sadness,
Yes, besides that.
I have a loose plan. Sightseeing, go to a concert, maybe see a play, or that was the plan, but it doesn't give me much hope. It's just the same sort of stuff I would have done at home. I need to find something new, but I'm really just hoping it finds me.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know what to say.
That's okay. I'm saying a lot, and I don't even know what it means. I should go.
So soon, are you sure you don't want to stick around?
Yes. I mean, no. I mean, I don't want to bother you.
You're not bothering me.
Well, no, really. I have a lot to do. I have to enact my plan. But thank you for the drinks. How much do I owe you for last time and this time?
I'll add it to your tab. You can take care of it next time I see you.
Well, all right. Thanks.
Don't thank me. It's for purely selfish reasons. You'll let me walk you to the door.
Oh, it's all right. I think I can find the door by myself.
Fine. Come back soon and try not to get lost.
We'll see.
End scene. Act 1, Scene 6. Immediately after Scene 5, Olivia standing in front of the gilded helm door. Her husband enters.
That looks pretty nice.
Yeah, the bar makes a great backdrop.
How old do you think this building is?
I don't know. Why?
It looks real authentic. You can almost see Shakespeare leaning against the door frame, looking out onto the passing crowd.
Yeah, we found the bar in London where Shakespeare used to hang out.
I know. The building just piqued my imagination.
Ready to go?
No, but
I really shouldn't be alone right now. Charlie, maybe just one more drink.
Olivia, is that you?
No?
I see you still have Richard's jacket. Will Kemp was of the mind Richard was never going to see that jacket again. John and William, however, were certain you would be back here, and here you are. Where did you disappear to last night? Did you find the gilded helm? Oh, dear, where are my manners? Let's get you inside, dear. It's dreadfully cold out here.
Why not?
Why not indeed? Can I get you a pot of ale?
No thank you, no. I've already been drinking today, and I think a little bit too much.
Drinking by yourself on Christmas Day?
I wasn't alone.
Oh? Richard's going to be jealous.
Is it just you here today?
Oh, no. William is out back watering the flowers. I was actually just checking to see if Richard was on his way when I ran into you.
Richard was on his way here?
Supposedly he has some pressing news that's making him quite upset.
Now, are you real? Is this real?
Well, I don't know.
Ow!
I think I am.
Olivia!
Pinch her, William. She's been drinking and isn't sure we're real.
Ow, okay, I get it. You're real enough.
I was just telling Olivia that Richard is upset.
Upset? Kemp said he was boiling over with anger, that he was asking for challengers to sword fight him in the middle of the streets.
Well, he's on his way here now.
Hopefully it's not me he's angry with.
I brought his jacket back.
It's a good thing you're here. He might behave himself if you're here.
So we have no idea why he's angry?
There are only a few things that could get Burgard so riled up. Horses, bears, dogs, cats, any kind of animal really. Kemp, money, the weather.
I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. You know how he is.
So, Will. May I call you Will?
You may.
I guess since I am here and you are real, I might as well ask. Are you working on anything?
William, a drink.
Yes, thank you now. Am I working on anything? Olivia, characters are running rampant through my head at all times. The trick is to
Fit in as many dirty jokes into the play without ruining the poetry.
Yes. No. But my poetry is always hard to imagine riding.
Riding?
Riding. With a quill? I find that it is often the case that people hear what they want. But no, the trick is picking which characters go with which plots and then twisting them together. I have been writing quite a few historical plays as of late. A lot of the work is already done for me in those cases, but I have several non-historical plays I'm currently writing. I've almost finished a play based on Norse legends about kings of Denmark. I just haven't figured out an ending.
Just have them all die.
I go with that.
Wait! Silence. The rest is silence.
Rebecca, how are you, dear?
Very well, Mel. Olivia, I knew you'd be back.
I didn't.
Have you seen Burbage?
Seen, no. Heard, yes. Either that or a bear has gotten loose.
Exit. Pursued by a bear. That's Shakespeare, right?
What was that?
Oops, maybe that hasn't happened yet.
Rebecca, William was just telling us about what he has been working on.
Oh, yes. So you finished something.
Yes, a comedy.
Well, what is it?
Much ado about nothing.
Now give me a drink.
Oh, it's me. What's the news, Burbage?
Drink first. Cuthbert and I were unable to get that snake, Giles Allen, to agree to a new lease on the land. He stood us up and is celebrating Christmas with his family at his country home while we sit here without a theatre. We're stuck running our plays at the curtain.
But we own the building. Your father built the theatre himself.
According to fucking Giles Allen, excuse my language, the lease expired, the building became his.
That can't be right. The theatre is our livelihood. It's everything that I am. That we don't have the funds to build a new theatre.
What are we going to do about it, Will?
I'm going to need that drink.
No, I'll have that pot of ale now.
But wait, dear. So, are you just going to sit here and drink?
I've already exhausted all my ideas.
I can talk to Giles when he gets back to London. Giles has had enough of the Burbages of the last 20 years.
He's done with actors. He's probably going to use the theatre for dog fights and bear baiting.
Oh, so that's it then. Time to give up, I guess.
Well, you haven't exactly been bubbling with inspiration.
Richard!
What can we possibly do?
You steal it.
What?
You're going to... You steal it.
Steal it.
Steal it.
Steal a building.
Steal the building.
What do you mean, steal a building? Steal the theatre? The whole thing?
Could it be done?
Steal the whole thing. Olivia, this is brilliant.
What are you even suggesting?
Well, the land is not yours, but the building is, so you take it. You dismantle it, you dismantle the theater, and then you move the timber. A group of people can make a forest move by each grabbing a branch.
Oh, that's good. Very good.
Good, Will. This is bloody great. You can keep the jacket. Now give this woman another drink.
Well, I can't take all the credit.
Well, that's enough business talk. It's Christmas. Olivia, I believe these men will be buying your drinks for the remainder of the holiday.
I haven't even finished this one yet.
We're really going to do it. We're going to steal the theatre.
Thanks to Olivia, we will. You'll help, of course.
Well, I don't know if I don't know if I'm supposed to help.
Supposed to help. You were clearly born to help. We can't do it without you.
For nothing else but to keep Richard in line.
So what do you say, Olivia? Tell us you're going to help.
Well, I guess we're going to steal the theater.
Cue celebration with lots of drinking and eating. Celebration continues as the lights slowly dim. As the lights dim, the actors pass out from drink and food all over the bar. End scene. Act 1, Scene 7. Inside the Gilded Helm the next morning. Olivia is asleep on the bar. No one else is there. Charlie enters with Adam and Jennifer.
Who the hell is that?
Olivia? Is that you?
Charlie? Oh my god.
How did you get in here?
I came around last night and the door was unlocked, so I came inside looking for Charlie.
You spent the night here.
I guess so. Sorry. I think I'm a little bit hungover. Could I get some water?
Sure. Right away. Thanks for watching after the bar for me. I can't believe I forgot to lock up.
No problem. Oh, hi.
Olivia! I've heard about you.
Oh,
You've certainly had an impact on him.
The disappearing woman.
All right. Here's your water.
She's cute. You didn't tell me she was cute.
Oh, that's because...
Because that wasn't important to the story.
was it?
Not the story I was telling.
I think it could only have helped the story.
Anyway, we came to work on our lines. You're more than welcome to stay.
Please do.
I would never refuse an audience.
You're working on Midsummer, right?
Actually, we act in repertory, so we are getting a jump on our next show.
As you like it.
I think you know that one.
As a matter of fact, I do. Interesting, you're doing two comedies that both take place in the woods.
Well, they had already built the trees.
I suppose Shakespeare never named the forest in Midsummer. Maybe it's the same place.
Forest in Midsummer is outside Athens.
Yes, Athens, located on the eastern edge of the Forest of Arden.
The Forest of Arden, with its snakes and lions, could totally have berries.
It's a fun theory. Shakespeare was terrible with geography.
Terrible at geography, or fantastic at not letting reality get in the way of good storytelling.
Those things aren't mutually exclusive.
Well, I'll ask him about it the next time I see him.
Send him my regards.
Oh, all right, we should probably get started.
If we must.
Well, what characters are you all playing?
Jaques.
Rosalind.
Touchstone.
Oh, my husband always wanted to play Touchstone.
Have you ever done the show?
No, my husband did it once. He played Sylvius. I've never acted in any show. Well, that's not true. I once played a munchkin in The Wizard of Oz. Although that wasn't really acting, I was just being a small child.
Oh, let's see it. Let's see your munchkin.
I'd rather not relive that particular part of my life.
How about something new?
Yes, you could read something from As You Like It.
I can't. I'm not an actor.
Come on, it'll be fun.
The floor is yours.
Olivia, you don't have to if you don't want to, but we promise we won't judge. Would you like a script?
Well, if it sucks, I blame my hangover.
That's what I do.
Okay. I would not be thy executioner. I fly thee, for I would not injure thee.
Bill enters. Olivia doesn't notice him at first. When she eventually notices him, she doesn't see Bill, but her husband instead. She walks to him and grabs his hand with her free hand.
Thou tell'st me there is murder in my eye. 'Tis pretty, sure, and very probable, that eyes that are the frailest and softest things, who shut their coward gates on atomies, should be called tyrants, butchers, murderers. Now I do frown on thee with all my heart, and if mine eyes can wound, now let them kill thee. Now counterfeit to swoon, why now fall down, or if thou canst not, oh, for shame, lie not to say mine eyes are murderers. Now show the wound mine eye hath made in thee, scratch thee but with a pin, and there remains some scar of it. Lean but upon a rush, the cicatrice and capable in pressure thy palm some moment keeps. That now mine eyes, which I have darted at thee, hurt thee not, nor I am sure there is no force in eyes that can do hurt.
Oh, dear Olivia, you know the wounds that love's keen arrows make.
They seem pretty visible to me.
That was
Exhausting.
Not sure how to follow that up.
We that are true lovers run into strange capers.
Time to smile again. You were right, that was fun. in a way.
What did I walk in on?
Theatre.
Your first female touching years.
Fuck off!
I know it's early, but I need a drink after that. Anyone else?
No, I'm good for it.
Beer sounds great right now.
Then I'll have one.
Do me in.
Thank you guys. I think that helped.
You're welcome. I was a bit worried for a second there that we might have made a horrible mistake.
I'm still worried.
I'm okay. Do you know any details about Shakespeare and Friends stealing the theater?
Just that they stole it.
Tore it down and stole it in a single night.
Bullshit is what I say to that.
I hope they did steal it.
Oh God, so do I.
Cheers. I'm sure you can find out more information online or ask someone at the Globe.
Good idea. Thanks.
Where are you going?
First to my hotel room to change, and then to the internet.
When are you leaving London?
No idea.
Thus she disappears again.
You can put a drink on my tab.
Put mine on his too.
Oi!
End act, blackout. Intermission. Welcome back to Act 2. We start with Act 2, Scene 1. Later the same day, outside, Rebecca enters and is struggling with some crates of food. Olivia enters, looking lost, not recognizing Rebecca.
Hi, do you know where the Globe is? I just lost service.
The Globe? Olivia!
Rebecca! What are you doing here?
I'm bringing the groceries to the boys' head for tomorrow night. What are you up to?
Well, I went out to do research and I thought I guess I lost track of time. Please, let me help you.
Thank you.
It's no problem.
It happens to all of us.
What does?
Losing track of time.
Well, it's been happening to me quite a bit recently.
Nell is going to be delighted you're here.
Oh?
Nell, I have the groceries! I also ran into Olivia on the way.
Oh, splendid! You can put that down on the bar. Did you have any trouble getting anything?
No, I was able to get everything you needed.
What is all this for?
Tomorrow night. After our little adventure, I thought we'd like to celebrate somewhere warm with a feast.
That sounds lovely.
I'm not opposed to some early celebration. How about a drink?
Would you like any help with the groceries first? Is there anything we should be getting prepped for tomorrow?
Yes, is there anything we can do?
Oh, don't worry about the groceries. There'll be plenty of time for that later.
Are you sure?
Quite sure.
So, drinks?
Why not?
I wouldn't be opposed.
How about we have a little bit of fun? We need to fill a bunch of cups with some ale. Alright, so here's the deal. One of you stand on each side of the table, and now this is your home turf, so you get to go first. Take this potato. Now, your goal is to throw it into one of Rebecca's cups. If you succeed, Rebecca has to drink from that cup. Then it's Rebecca's turn. And once a person runs out of their cups on their side, they lose. Any questions?
How dirty is that potato?
Nothing ale can't take care of.
Oh, I hope so.
So, what were you up to today, Olivia?
Research.
Research.
Yeah, I was looking into how the theater was, how looking into options for stealing the theater. I really don't want to wake up and find in the future that the new theater was never built.
If the plan fails tomorrow night, it won't be your fault.
I feel like it might. I've been playing a lot of catch up today. My husband would have been ideal for this situation, but I've been just asking Google, trying to learn as much as I can.
Who's Google?
He's a really smart man, but unfortunately you can't trust everything he says.
Reminds me of William's history plays.
Google. What an odd name.
I suppose it is. I never really thought about it.
Isn't that the way of things? The closer you are to something, the more taken for granted it is.
Where I'm from, they say you never know what you have till it's gone. I used to think that was a pretty wise saying, but it's not true. I knew exactly what I had. I just lived my life like I could possibly lose it.
I know what you mean.
How many years has it been now, Rebecca?
It's been just over 10 years now. I can't pretend I know exactly what you are feeling. I was very young at the time, and we had been together for less than 2 years. My first husband had a temper, which eventually got him killed. He was always good to me, though. Maybe he wasn't. Our memories tend to be imperfect and easily manipulated by our emotions. I was young.
John is a much better husband.
I met John not long after William died. I've been quite happy ever since.
How long was it before you stopped missing him?
I still miss him. I just think about him less often.
I've been trying so hard not to think about him, hoping that something will distract me for even just a little bit, but I see him in everything.
That is your problem, dear. If someone told you not to think about this table, you wouldn't be able to think about anything else. In the same way, you can't stop thinking about your husband. One day it will just happen.
I know you're right.
What about you now? I don't think I've ever asked you about your younger days.
My younger days. That feels like a lifetime ago. I've never been married, not even close. There once was someone, but that didn't work out.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't be. I'm content with where I ended up.
You're happy running the boar's head all by yourself?
Oh, I love it, dear. There's nothing I would rather be doing.
How did you start?
As a little girl, cleaning tables and delivering ale. I actually despised this place as a child.
Really?
Yes, the Boar's Head had been in the Quickly family since its inception, and I wanted nothing to do with it. I wanted to be doing anything else.
And yet, here you are.
Here I am.
What changed?
It is my experience, Olivia, that it takes a long time before we truly know ourselves. We think we do. We sometimes have dreams, and sometimes we accomplish them, but often those dreams don't make us happy. As happy as we thought they would. One day, you'll just know. But there's no shame in not knowing. The journey is what makes the woman.
I could not have said it better myself.
End scene. Act 2, Scene 2. The next day, December 27th. You're gonna have to bear with me on this one, because throughout this scene, there will be switches between the past and the present. Actors in the other time period will freeze and be invisible to the other actors. There are 2 doorways into the bar now, your main door and your back door. Lights up on the bar. Mistress Quickly is behind the bar cleaning. Will Kemp is in front of the bar stretching. William Shakespeare is writing at the table. Charlie, Bill, and Jennifer are in the bar, but frozen.
What are you doing, Bill?
Writing!
Not you, him.
Stretching.
For what?
More ale.
Oh, money gets you ale, dear. Not that.
Fine.
Yeah.
More ale. What are you doing, Will?
I'm writing!
I know that. Writing what?
A new play.
Another play? We haven't even done the last few yet.
What's this one called?
As you like it, I think. We shall see when it is finished.
A lovely title.
Another?
Another?
After we steal the theatre and rebuild it somewhere else, are we still going to call it the theatre?
No.
Well, what then? We have the rose and the curtain and the...
Globe. Burbage and I have decided to call it the Globe. Finally!
You finished the play?
No, just a speech I've been working on.
For me?
It's not funny enough for you.
Ha!
Nell, have you seen Olivia?
Not since yesterday, dear. It's like she disappeared.
Or got lost.
Finish your drink, Will. We have to go find Burbage.
Shakespeare and Kemp exit. Mistress quickly freezes. Charlie, Bill, and Jennifer unfreeze.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. Jen, you know these kind of things. When was As You Like It written? Is all the world's a stage a reference to the globe?
I don't know, but I'm sure you could Google it.
I'm sure it's a reference. Not to what? I have no clue.
How very insightful.
How can you even read this? I'm getting myself a beer. Anyone else?
Grab me one as well.
I have to get going. I'll see you all later.
Later.
Oh, hi, Jennifer.
Hey, Olivia. Did you figure out whatever it was you were trying to figure out yesterday?
What I could. I'll figure it out one way or another.
Cool. See you around.
Olivia!
Hi, Bill.
Welcome back. You need anything?
No.
Well, feel free to hang out with us then.
Thanks.
Something on your mind?
You do look a bit anxious.
Yeah, I guess I am. I need to see some people, but it just occurred to me I don't actually know how to.
What kind of people do you need to see?
Oh, you know, Shakespeare and Burbage.
Well, if you figure that out, let us know. Well, if you need anything.
Oh, sorry. Has there always been 2 doors?
Oh, yes. But that door is screwed shut. It would just open into the side alley if you could open it.
I'll be right back.
Olivia?
Charlie stands and moves after Olivia. Olivia exits and heads for the outside of the main door. Charlie looks out the door, but doesn't see Olivia. Charlie closes the door and turns around.
Let me guess. She disappeared?
Olivia tries to open the door, and it opens. As it opens, Charlie and Bill freeze. Mistress quickly unfreezes.
Olivia, where have you been, dear? Some of us were worried you'd gotten lost again. Can I get you anything? Richard will be happy to know you're here.
Sorry, no, sorry to interrupt, but has that door always been here?
Yes, dear. It just leads to the side alley. It's actually pretty disgusting out there. No one uses that door, well, except for William. He says it helps him think.
Olivia exits. The door closes behind her. She is still in Shakespearean London. She turns around and opens the door. Mistress quickly freezes. Charlie and Bill unfreeze.
Back so soon?
Where did you go?
I was here. Well, around here.
Ring, 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 ring.
I'll be right back.
Me too.
Olivia exits again, runs to the front door and enters. Bill freezes. Mistress quickly unfreezes.
Find what you were looking for, dear.
Found something. Not that I can understand what I found. There's clearly a magic in this place.
I've always said so.
Hello, ladies!
Oh, Rebecca, how are you doing today?
Good, good. Just lots of running around this morning.
That makes 2 of us. Where is John?
John Cuthbert are speaking with Henry Landman of the Curtain, trying to convince him to help us tomorrow night with stealing the theatre.
Why would the owner of the curtain want to help?
Landman has been a good friend to the Burbages over the years. John hopes to convince him that it makes good business sense to help remove the competing buildings since they are so near to each other. Plus, Henry Landman has never been a friend to Giles Allen.
Definitely worth a try.
Where is everyone else?
William and Kemp left just before Olivia arrived, looking for her.
I don't know what we are going to do.
I think some ale is in order.
As fast as you can.
Olivia, you're back. Some of the others were worried you weren't going to show up today.
I wasn't worried.
And I didn't care. No offense.
I fear you have bad news.
We have no tools and barely any help for tomorrow night, unless John has good news from Landman.
I haven't heard from John or Cuthbert yet.
Why don't we delay the heist to give us more time to get the resources we need?
We don't have the time. We don't know when Giles Allen will be returning.
It has to be tomorrow night.
It was just a suggestion.
Have you asked Peter Sleet?
Do you mean Peter Street?
Yes, that's what I said.
Yes, we asked Peter Street.
That's where we found Burbage.
What did he say?
He said, no offense, but I will not help steal the theater for free.
Well, did you offer him anything?
We don't have any money to set aside for taking back our own property.
Ale?
I run a business here, Will. I gotta give out more free ale than I already do.
Tell Peter Street that you'll hire him to build the theater with the wood he helped steal tomorrow night.
Burbage? Do you think he'll go for that?
Sure, can we afford it?
Shakespearean characters freeze. Bill unfreezes. Olivia doesn't notice Bill and walks over to inspect Richard Burbage and William Shakespeare.
Richard.
Olivia? I didn't see you come back in. Who's Richard?
Bill? This is Richard.
Where?
Bill freezes. Shakespearean characters unfreeze. Wilcup immediately falls over Bill's chair, knocking over the chair.
Bloody hell!
Do I need to cut you off?
We have to pay someone to build the new theatre, and we can spread out the cost over the construction of the new building.
Well, what are we waiting for? I'm not going to take no for an answer. We'll ask him to design the new building to be even larger.
Olivia exits. Burbage, Shakespeare, Rebecca, and Kemp follow. Mistress quickly watches out the door, then goes back and begins cleaning off the bar. Bill unfreezes.
There. Olivia?
Bill reaches for his beer, but it's empty. Charlie enters from the back room.
What happened?
I don't know. She just disappeared.
Maybe you should get some fresh air?
Yeah. Okay.
Charlie and Mistress quickly walk over to the mess. They sigh and begin to clean up. End scene. Act 2, Scene 3. December 28th, 1598. Heist night. Olivia and Burbage enter.
Olivia, you made it.
I wouldn't miss this for anything.
Glad to hear it. You've been our good luck charm recently.
Well, I'm afraid I had an unfair advantage.
What's that?
Knowledge?
Well, we might argue with that.
I never mentioned how cold it was, though.
Who's they?
Writers, they like to romanticize everything.
Don't we all? The weather is in our favor tonight. A snowless, cold night. Work should be quick, and cold should keep away prying eyes. At least you brought a jacket this time, even if it is mine.
Where's everyone else?
When Nell is at the Bull's Head preparing a feast for celebrating our success, I'm keeping watch, and everyone else is inside cleaning the place out and dismantling the structure. Peter Street brought 12 men with him, and John was able to convince landmen, who in turn convinced a bunch of other people who hate Giles Allen, to help. One of the neighbors is even helping. Turns out living next to a theater is not prime real estate.
Well, actors, carpenters, and sleep-deprived neighbors all coming together to steal the theater. What a diverse group.
Don't forget the magic disappearing woman who created the plan.
I certainly never expected to be a part of anything like this.
Almost left the plays! Can you imagine if we had lost these?
Believe it or not, I can.
A few of these we could probably do without. I wouldn't blink an eye if we lost Love Labour's one.
Oh, please don't. Honestly, you should even make copies.
Burbage, how did you get the easy job of just standing around?
You're carrying pieces of paper, Shakespeare, while I stand in the cold and freeze my ass off.
You're stealing a building!
Burbage, where should I take the costumes?
Take them to the curtain and leave them with our others.
Perfect.
Do you think I should go help?
I will go in when there are more things ready to be carried. Shouldn't be too long. Peter Street worked with my father to build the theatre, so hopefully that helps with deconstructing it. We can ask John and Will how it's going.
Will Kemp and John Hemmages enter carrying a long board.
Are there enough loose pieces for us to help carry it off now?
Plenty.
How about you just stand there for the whole night while we walk back and forth? Back and forth, back and forth.
I would be here an eternity if I had to wait for you.
Boys, we have a job to do.
Shall we?
Actors first.
If you insist.
Someone's coming!
Who? We didn't see.
Hide!
Do you think it's Giles Allen?
It's unlikely he would be walking by himself at this time of night.
What about Shakespeare?
It was still at the curtain.
Are you sure someone is coming?
Maybe they turned off. Why don't you brave men go take a look?
I'm sure we're fine.
I think we are clear.
Drunk enters.
Oh, thanks, Ben.
Kemp and Hemmages scream. And they drop the board on Richard Burbage's foot and run back to their hiding place, and Richard Burbage yells in pain.
What business brings you here, friend?
Oh, sorry. Needed first. Turn your page.
Do you bite your thumb at me, sir? I'd rather hear my dog bark at a crow than listen to you any longer.
Aren't you going to help?
She looked like she had it handled.
Unbelievable. Get up, Richard! You have to go help Olivia!
I'm going.
Did you see that?
We definitely saw that.
Yes.
I think he was just drunk. He fell into a snowbank and began laughing. Here, you can have your sword back.
Thanks.
Yep. Whew. How's your foot?
It's fine. He's fine. He's an actor.
Sorry, Richard.
Yes. Sorry.
Well, hopefully that is the end of the excitement for the night.
I don't think I could take any more excitement.
Who knew that Richard Burbage could be so dramatic?
Olivia, are you hurt?
No. I'm not hurt. I just need a few seconds. Thanks.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I just got a little overwhelmed.
With what?
I just chased a man in the dark with a sword to protect our heist. And you know what I was thinking?
What?
This is fucking awesome.
What's wrong with that?
It's just the first time in a long time that I wasn't thinking about my husband. I was just in the moment. And then he was back. But there was a moment.
You want to talk about it more while we steal this building?
The last person to grab a piece of timber is a dull fool.
But my foot!
Burbage follows. For the rest of the scene, they all enter and exit carrying different theatrical items and boards. A cannon comes to mind. End scene. Act 2, Scene 4, early the next morning, the Boar's Head. Olivia, Burbage, Shakespeare, Mistress Quickly, Will Kemp, Rebecca, and John Hemmages have not slept and have been drinking.
I wish I could be there to see his face when he returns from his holiday and the theater is just completely gone.
His heart may actually stop.
That may be the best case scenario. There's no way he isn't going to take this to court.
Let him. We already have all the timber.
Peter Street said he would shield us from any legal proceedings.
Why would he want to do that?
Because we're hiring him to build the greatest theatre the world has ever known.
How much is that going to cost?
Doesn't matter. It's worth every penny.
Now, another ale, please.
I didn't know you knew the word, please.
Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. I might have to cut you off if this continues.
And the idea when the new theatre will be built.
The Globe will be built on the other side of the Thames. I secured us a piece of the land yesterday.
He secured us a swamp, so we'll have to deal with that.
The price was a steal.
So was the building.
When we spoke to Peter about the swamp, he says he can work with it.
Olivia, you're quiet.
I'm just tired. I'm trying to soak this all in so I never forget this night.
Well, how about one final toast?
How about, to commemorate the evening, we all carve our names into one of the beams, so we never forget.
Only if Nell is fine with us vandalizing her bar.
Why the hell not?
I know where I'm putting my name.
Olivia carves "Live" on the beam above the bar. The others follow suit. Mistress quickly carves her name into the bar.
This has been great, everyone. I really needed this.
Turns out we needed you.
You would have figured it out without me, I think.
I'm not sure about that. I was ready to head back to Stratford.
That would have been devastating.
Please don't. His ego is far too large the way it is.
No, honestly, keep writing. And I was serious about making copies. Bundle them up, coat it in wax or something else water resistant, put it in a box or in a chest and bury it on Oak Island.
Oak Island.
Yes, Google was telling me about it. It doesn't have to be Oak Island as long as you print a secret map to the location in your first folio.
A secret map? Me in folio? Oh, perhaps we have been drinking too much.
Yeah, that's that alcohol talking.
Shakespeare in folio is a good idea.
Oh, I was supposed to ask. Are the woods in Midsummer and As You Like It the same?
How do you know about As You Like It?
You told us about it the other day.
Yes, but I don't think Olivia was there.
Are they the same woods or not?
Well, I never really thought about it. Doesn't matter.
Well, it only matters if it mattered to you. But people love connected universes.
Already tried that with Merry Wives.
Take away these chalices, go brew me a pottle of sack finally.
I always enjoyed Merry Wives.
I was always confused when in the timeline it took place.
It doesn't fit, it just is. I make the rules. I'm the playwright.
All right. I think I need to go.
Are you sure?
No, but I think I'm ready. Don't worry, I have to come back to give you your jacket back.
I told you to keep it. How better to remember me?
I can think of a few, but thanks.
Would you like someone to walk you home?
No, I'm okay. Thanks, everyone. It has been lovely. I can't wait until we see each other again. Good night.
Good night.
As the door closes, modern London noises begin to play. End scene. Act 2, Scene 5, December 29th, present day. Opening night for Midsummer Night's Dream. Adam on stage as Nick Bottom.
I have had a most rare vision. I had a dream, past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he go about to expound this dream. Methought I was, there is no man can tell what. Methought I was, and methought I had. But man is a pageant fool if he will offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard. The ear of man hath not seen. The man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was.
The scene transitions into the bar with Charlie, Adam, Jennifer, and Bill celebrating opening night. Olivia enters.
Hello.
Olivia.
Call me Liv.
All right, Liv it is.
Welcome.
Congratulations, everyone! You guys are amazing! I was quite surprised. I wasn't sure based on the amount of drinking you do, and you should be rehearsing.
That's my strategy.
We are lucky that no acting is necessary for Adam to act like an arse.
Would you like a drink?
Yes, I can do a drink.
One. What can I get you?
Do you have a cocktail menu or anything?
Unfortunately, no.
You named all these different drinks and didn't write them down. So I just have to guess a drink?
I told you it was a hobby.
He is also lazy.
Very lazy.
But not as lazy as Adam.
Definitely not as lazy as that.
Fine, fine. I'll have a beer. The best you got. Not bad.
So, who was your favourite?
Sorry, what?
In the play, who was your favourite?
What a terrible thing to ask. But since you already did, tell us why it wasn't Adam.
And why it was Titania.
Don't feel the need to answer
Oh,
that.
it's not a problem. My favorite was the actor playing Puck.
Oh, come on! What a lame answer!
Which reminds me, The Forest in Midsummer and The Forest in As You Like It. Yeah, Shakespeare didn't think about it.
Where'd you learn that?
I asked him. I don't mean to brag, but we are pretty good friends.
You are such a weirdo.
And so are we, though.
Hey, I took no offense. I know what I am. Wait, I really should be going. I have to leave early in the morning.
Heading home?
No, I'm gonna go somewhere new. Go on a little adventure.
Sounds awesome.
We'll miss you.
Oh, come on, I'll be back. I have friends to visit.
One more drink with friends. The round's on me.
Are you sure? I haven't paid for a single drink yet.
Oh, you heard it. A round of drinks and she's paying.
Are you sure? Thought you had to leave early.
I can change my flight. Stay for a few more days. After all, there are more places to see and plays to enjoy. Carpe diem.
Blackout. End of play.